What is up, everybody? Tuberverse TV here today. We're going to talk about Forspoken because this game was trending pretty much a long time period yesterday. Along with Forspoken, that was trending, was Joss Whedon. He was trending as well because people are saying that this new Forspoken game, the dialogue in the game is cringy, and it sounds like something that Joss Whedon would write in his films and TV shows. But it was like when I was listening to it, I mean, I'm gonna play the clip, but when I was listening to it, I didn't see anything that was so cringy about it. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but a lot of people are really upset about the dialogue in this game and how it sounds. But let's play the clip so you can see what it sounds like.
So let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a cock. Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, kill jacked up beasts. I'll probably fly next.
Yeah, that's the dialogue people are complaining about. Like, I don't see anything wrong with this, to be honest. Like, I didn't see what the big issue was. You see this lady narrating, and she pretty much sounds a lot like Emma Stone, to be honest. Like, I pretty much pictured Emma Stone narrating this, to be honest. She sounds like that lady. But I'm not saying anything wrong with her. She's narrating. I'm not saying what the big deal is, but a lot of people have issues with this dialogue. They say it's super cringy. It's preventing them from buying the game. I don't know. I don't see what the big deal is. This game looks okay to me. Like, I'm probably gonna pick this game up when it comes out. It comes out next year. Or is it January? Yeah, very early. It comes out early next year, so I'm probably picking this one up, to be honest. But yeah, people are not feeling the dialogue for this. Then he says compares it to Scalebound. What is Scalebound? What did that sound like? Let's see.
So let me get this straight.
Okay, you just put the dialogue over Scalebound. Okay. This game looks beautiful and the gameplay looks crazy, but boy, do I bet that the story and dialogue will get on my nerves. Man, it looked good, but the dialogue of the trailer is just cringy. It's like a teenager fantasy movie trailer. Is she like a teenager though? I mean, she's a young adult, or I thought she was a teenager or a young adult. So I mean, kind of accurate. Yeah. I can't help but feel this would work a lot better if it wasn't an isekai and if Frey was an actual resident of the world itself. As it stands, it comes out like it's trying too hard to be cool and hip, which ends up making it feel like the exact opposite. This game is going to shock a lot of people, and I am ready. Still hoping that the world will become more populated. Everything we've seen so far makes it look completely empty. Big world for the sake of big world isn't necessarily a good thing. God, I want this so bad. Magic is my S, and seeing magic beats Monster Hunter to a certain extent, yes. This still looks so bad. Even with the, let me see, let me look at the gameplay again, because I don't see, I don't see a big issue with this. Let me see.
So let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing.
Okay, I do see where it's kind of like it's a lot of space. It's a lot of open world space. Like you see, like a few. It's got all this space right. It was like a few, two enemies at most. And that's kind of a problem, to be honest. It's a slight problem right there.
I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a cock. Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, kill jacked up beasts. I'll probably fly next.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Other than like being like a little too sparse of enemies in the environment, everything else looks fine to me. I don't see a problem with the dialogue. I'm like, I don't care about the dialogue, to be honest. I mean, it's not. You won't complain about the dialogue being cringy. There's a lot of stuff that's cringy out there, to be honest. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with the dialogue, to be honest. The only problem you have is like the combat looks pretty great. Like the magic stuff, I'm up for that. But only thing, there's probably like the empty space. I don't want it to be like a whole like a deserted land with like no other enemies. There's like only a few enemies in this big open space. That's gonna look pretty wild. But other than that, I don't have a problem with what I'm seeing. Marvel humor, game looks great, but the dialogue will end me. It's making me cringe, Dutch. Or seeing the guy from Red Dead Redemption 2 keep saying, "Oh, I got a plan. I got a plan," repeatedly. That wasn't cringy at all. Um, the single trailer alone killed off my interest in this game. Gonna put it on the shelf next to Borderlands 3 as a 6 out of 10. That becomes an 9 out of 10 if you shut off the dialogue. I don't know. I ain't really think about. I'm not really thinking about the dialogue too much when I'm playing a video game. To be honest, I don't know. Unless it's like a heavily story based. Unless it's probably like a heavily story based game. I don't know. Because then at that point, if you focus on so much on the story and dialogue, then you might as well watch a movie at that point. It is a video game. You interact with it. So I don't know. It doesn't seem that big of a deal to me. Why is this really like it's a bad Nickelodeon show? Is that a freaking dragon? You gotta be kidding me. This is kind of awkward. He's right behind me, isn't he? Do they want? I guess the people complaining, they say they want it to be more serious. I don't know. The dialogue is painful to listen to. If that's Joss Whedon's writing, where they seem almost embarrassed by the world they created, so they have to make fun of the ridiculous of it rather than embrace it. Okay, so the general consensus I'm getting is people want it to be more serious about this lady being trapped, this woman being trapped into this world, and they want her to be more serious about the situation, so like joking about it. That's what I'm getting from people saying it's cringy or whatever. 10 seconds into the witty dialogue. What is this? Okay. Yeah, a silent protagonist truly is the best in this case, especially if you're gonna have your dialogue be this cringe and bad. I don't like that silent dialogue stuff because we get that enough for like Nintendo-based games where it's like the character doesn't speak, and I found that issue as well too. The character just doesn't speak. This does look really good, but the Whedon-esque voiceover does kind of ruin the mood. I mean, yeah. When they keep saying it's Marvel-esque, it does kind of sound like something that Spider-Man would say, to be honest. So, I don't know. I don't know. People say they're really annoyed by this. I'm not really saying the big deal about this. I'm seeing the complaints in here are actually good press, although we're about to be fed on PS5. Story-driven protagonist, graphics / visuals look A1 and enemy variety. The comments here tell me that no one is ever effing happy. That is true. You can't please everybody. Like I'm a person, I don't really see that big of an issue with the dialogue, but a lot of people are pressed about the dialogue, so that is quite interesting right there, but you know, you can't please everybody. I'm loving the look of this game, can't wait to play it. Yikes, is that a freaking dragon? Let's hope it's not a bad dragon, am I right? Fire your writers. The dialogue ain't even that bad. Job be looking for any reason to get mad, dude. Disney Channel original game. The dialogue sounds like it's one of those CW shows. I think this is probably the most vocal I've ever heard any game get this much feedback get this much backlash or feedback because of the dialogue. I mean, I don't think I've heard any game get a backlash because of the dialogue, so I don't know. That's interesting. This is some will that just happened level of dialogue. Holy us. Especially the Yakuza series. This is a beloved franchise, but some of the dialogue in this game is definitely cringy. So, man, I don't know. It sounds like some low hanging fruit people are grasping at with this, like the hate on this game. Because I don't know. People want to say it's a valid concern, but I don't see it that big of a deal, to be honest. People are going out their way to blame the MCU for this tone taking over everything, but in reality, they should really be blaming Joss Whedon. And like, even if it did copy the MCU's type of dialogue and I guess how they approach their films, the MCU is popping right now. It's like one of the highest. They got some of the most highest grossing films of all time, and it's like single-handedly pretty much saving the box office right now. So I mean, I don't know if that's really a bad thing. I guess. People making parodies of this was funny at first, but now they are just annoying. They are just as annoying as the original. Yeah, people are just making memes now at this point. But how long is this? Yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. Like, people say they have a problem with the dialogue. I don't see that much of an issue with it, to be honest. It's like, I guess people have an issue with it. But let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe you do have an issue with it. I just want to hear your thoughts. If you do have an issue, you don't have an issue with it, let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.